Welcome to the Six Hockey Post-Draft Show. Thomas West alongside Liam Crothers. Today's topic is the Soo Greyhounds, and this is a team that wasn't particularly good in the OHL last year. They took quite a bit of penalties. They missed out on the playoffs, but an opportunity for some of these guys drafted from the GTHL to break their way into the league.
Yeah, a new year is a new opportunity, and as some of the players move from the system, it means that you're going to have some players moving in, some opportunities to be granted here to some of the players they pick from the GTHL.
And that first pick from the GTHL that they drafted was Mignosa. This was a guy who was very strong, a guy who played up with the 04s this year as an 05.
Yeah, a second round pick, 36th overall. Just a little bit under 6 foot, but 150 pounds. A bit of a wiry frame with a right-handed shot. 20 points in 32 games playing up, as you had mentioned. And to me, that's interesting because there's a lot of value, I believe, in playing up because you get that experience against players who are a year older than you, a year faster than you, a year more developed than you. Something interesting to note, he only had 11 penalty minutes in about 32 games played, and you mentioned off the top, for a team that took a lot of penalties, I think that's important, but it does raise the question, is it an issue of physicality or is it an issue of discipline? That remains to be seen.
Yeah, and when you're playing up as well, it doesn't make it any easier to not take penalties, right? Because you're playing with bigger and faster players. So that definitely speaks to the play style and maybe the experience that Munoz is going to have coming into the league. We switch over to another guy that got drafted from the GTHL, Stephen Campbell. This is a guy who is pretty big. It was kind of him and Ben Lulkin on that Mississauga Reps team, and they put up a lot of goals. They were huge players for that team.
I was surprised to see Stephen Campbell available here in the 8th round, 141st overall, the 6'2" forward. I mean, he's big, 186 pounds, the right-handed shot. So you see right there, 35 points in 31 games. You mentioned Lulkin. He and Campbell were the 1-2 punch in the GTHL. But, like I said, I was pretty surprised to see Campbell still available at this spot.
Yeah, and he kind of took a leadership role in terms of the offensive capabilities that he brought to the team. That's kind of value. We talked about Mignosa playing up. Well, Campbell was playing on a role where he had to be big. That's kind of valuable, too, coming into the OHL.
I think so, and, sometimes when that secondary option is forced to become the first option, I thought Campbell played really well. It's not always easy for the players to make that adjustment, but I think Campbell took to it well.
Yeah, I think he certainly did as well, and he should be a valuable pick down the line. Maybe a guy with some value later in the draft. So we're excited to see how this all pans out, as with all the players that got drafted into the OHL, they have a chance to make it to the show and get drafted to the NHL in future years. We appreciate you tuning in to the Six Hockey Post-Draft Show from Thomas West and Liam Crothers. We'll see you next time.